baby.
What? Yeah.
Whoop.
I like it. Oh, yeah, man.
Doom, doom.
DWALK, take it away.
Yo, welcome to NXT Time with your boy DWALK on this beautiful Wednesday night. And first of all I gotta say is, Michael Hickenbottom, you owe us. But it's your boy DWALK, Mr. Plan 1-0. On my corner over here, the next over here, I got the invisible man, the invisible woman. Down at the bottom under me, I got no Diddy. I got Joe BNCO. And then right next door to him, we got Candy Destroyer. What's up? How y'all doing individually?
Yo, what's up, man? We all good, bro.
So what's going on? NXT did P.U.W.F produce this episode of NXT?
More or less, ladies and gentlemen. This shows like shout out to Coach FCHW and Terrell for Love and their first ever NXT show on their channels. Shout out to them. That's pretty cool. And their 1 year anniversary is IWC. For them, they love the show. For me, not so much. Now, Joe BNCO, before we start, do you remember Mr. NXT versus Sami Zayn 2015?
Vaguely.
Okay, I rewatched it. Mr. NXT Bo Dallas was banned from NXT at that time. He lost to Big E, and he shouldn't be in the place. Then out of nowhere, Mr. NXT had a match with Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn unmasked him. He lost to a haluva kick. Security came. They pulled him out. He said on the way out, she believes in me. They got her in a golf cart. He ran away out of the golf cart. He said he's going to walk away. Then he ran. Basically, one of the best banishments in NXT history. Now, show starts with Thea Hale coming out, Blake Monroe attacking her, and Blake Monroe going to the back. And we'll fast forward this a little bit. Blake Monroe talks to Ava. Ava says that you shouldn't have done that. Blake Monroe says, I don't give a shit. Give me my belt. Ava has now banished her. Now, Joe, shouldn't she have been escorted out the arena like Bo Dallas?
If it was a better if it was a better GM, then yeah.
Yeah.
If it was a better GM and not as sloppy,
yeah.
Then you would have had security and police escort her off of the premises. But then she would have came back in anyway with a ticket or something. You know how that works.
Wow.
I'm just saying, I just... The point of the matter of the whole thing is she shouldn't have been there, but she was there. But that wasn't the biggest problem.
Yes. What is the biggest
problem? And you know that.
I know. You know what? Let's talk about that for real. D-Walk, what are your thoughts on Thea Hale? Just on Blake Monroe getting banished because they talked about it. She said that she was going up anyway. They were saying that she was going up, and now she's going up. What are your thoughts on that?
They should have tossed her ass out the building like a quarter, first of all. Second of all, they should have tossed her ass, picked her up, brought her back in the building, and tossed her ass out like a quarter again, and then not let her in.
Why so much hate for Mariah May?
I don't know. She ain't did shit.
Huh?
But look beautiful. She ain't did shit, but look beautiful. And don't let me get where I want to say because it's.
Hey, she's done more in less time than Jade Cargill has.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about Jade Cargill, all right?
No, we'll talk about that on Saturday. Like you've said it, Joe. The booking is ridiculous, but that's for another day. Kane, what are your thoughts on Blake Monroe getting banished and Thea Hale? We'll get to that later, but that would happen. Like there was no match. She got rewarded by leaving.
I don't think I have any words for this, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think I got any words. I mean, I guess they. I'm moving on. I ain't got no words for this, bro.
Oh, you gotta respect that. You gotta respect that. I get that. All right.
Wow.
Wow.
Let's do the next thing. Ricky Saints comes out
Ricky
right after
Saints.
Tia Hales on the floor. Ricky
Ricky
Stanks. Yeah,
Saints.
at this point, Ricky Stanks. Here's the point I want to talk about, Joe. And everyone down in the audience, if you're watching, there's 4 people watching. Leave your comments down below. Don't be a little wee. Ricky Saints comes out and says that Javon's gone, Trick is gone. He doesn't know that Owen's gonna be gone soon, and now he's the star of NXT.
No, still not.
Still not, because here's
Ethan
the point I
Page.
wanted to talk about. No, here's the point I want to talk about, Joe. What's the point if you're the king of nothing? You don't have a good competition in the background. You have Tavion and Miles Bourne, Joe Hendry, Dark State. That's it. That you ain't got
Tony
no
D'Angelo.
good guys. And Lexus King
Tony D.
cries. Yeah.
Oh, so you got a deaf guy, a mute, a gang, and a retard.
Oh yeah, you can say that word again. I keep forgetting that. Yeah, that's true.
Hey, you can't do that no more. You can't do that no more.
What?
Hey,
Well,
then we
I
got
mean-
Tony D'Angelo.
What?
I know, but you know what? I'm gonna say this button anyway because it needs to be said.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions. Number 1, how dare you?
I'm coming like this, and then me.
You can't call them retards, bro. They are mentally challenged. You can't call it. You know what I
No,
mean?
you could bring the name the words back. I don't like it, but it's back. I mean, I can't get mad at social. Anyway, DWALK, what's your thoughts on Ricky Stanks saying that he's now the top guy? Because I don't like. He's stuck. His
full of
dream has
shit.
come true. He's the king of nothing.
Yeah, he full of shit, and he only there because of Cody Rhodes, and he full of shit.
I don't know, man. I don't know what they're gonna do with Ricky Starks. I mean, Ethan Page
man.
is the only other good wrestler there. Truthfully,
What about Tony D'Angelo?
Oh, come on. Come on,
Tony
dude. Really?
D'Angelo is about to be gone.
Yeah.
And like what's he doing? He ain't saying shit. He just stands there and looks at things.
Yeah.
Like he's got a mental issue.
Maybe he do.
Huh?
Maybe he do.
If someone needs to smack him in the back of the motherfucking head and knock that shit straight.
Damn, you angry this episode, ain't you? I thought I was gonna be the one angry.
Oh, we'll be angry later on, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk about that later. But the point is, we have special guests coming in. But by the way, Bleacher Report ranked it a C. I want to give a shout. Saturday, we're going to talk about how masterful Becky Lynch is doing to all the wrestling creators. Because she legitimately got Peter Rosenberg kicked out of the fucking arena. Then she went to Hawani. Then she went to a couple people and shat on everybody. That's
She went on Busted Open and sat next to Dave LaGreca and shit on Dave LaGreca in his own studio and praised Bully Ray that was on video call.
Now that's see, kayfabe is still alive, ladies and gentlemen. It's awesome.
With Seth Rollins sitting with her.
Yeah. I'm gonna put user in timeout. Bye, sir.
But sometimes you be like, normally I don't choke a woman, but I'm choking her today. Ah.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Tomas. Hello, Lamar. Hello, Harmony.
Hello, BX Sports Jedi Network.
Yo.
Oh, it's in the comment section.
What's going on, gentlemen? How are you?
What's happening? How you doing? Happy New Year, bro.
You're doing good.
Happy New Year to
Happy
you
New Year.
guys.
Happy New Year.
Absolutely. How are you guys? Everything good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
doing good.
Good.
Let's go, Knicks.
They're probably playing the Clippers. They've been on a little bit of a funk, but they look good.
Hey, didn't the Pistons beat y'all?
Together.
Didn't the Pistons beat y'all by 31?
They whooped them. I know. But it doesn't hurt as bad as losing them in the playoffs like last year.
No.
Yeah. No, you're right.
That stung a lot worse.
Yeah.
But let's get into the wrestling, Jeff.
Okay. we just started the show, so we'll just go back a little bit since you're here. We talked about Thea Hale getting attacked by Blake Monroe. We connected it to Ava banishing her from NXT, and we brought up the fact that this is the second banishing in NXT history. First one was Mr. NXT back in 2015 against Sami Zayn. Got pulled out of the arena in a golf cart and then ran away a couple times. One of my favorite moments in NXT, really. And she's the second one. So, what are your thoughts on Blake Monroe getting banished to NXT? And I said that I said it before you got here. She got rewarded by leaving, basically.
There's nothing for Blake to do in NXT. I was at the building last night, and the building, it started off kind of, I don't know, it felt wonky. Like as soon as the show started, I like the fact they're starting it hot with them going at it, but then there was a no contest. Like, I mean, is that it would have been cooler if of course, later down the evening they have another title match with Izzy Dane. I was like, it just the whole night felt weird. We could get into all of it, but the Blake Monroe and to stay on topic with Blake Monroe with Thea Hale, that's just a way of just not losing her title to Blake Monroe at that moment, before we get ahead of ourselves.
Right. How you doing, EOD?
Sorry, my mic was muted. What I was saying is that with Blake Monroe, like she didn't need to be in NXT. They just wanted to test her out, and this botch, I feel, just changed the whole landscape of everything. It felt like that one botch, not even one botch, that's an accident. It was an accident. That one accident changed everything for the scope. And and we'll talk about that later. But at the same time, Ricky Starks comes out. DWALK calls him Ricky Stanks. You can still call him that, Ricky Stanks. It's okay. Jedi's not gonna hurt you. Buena persona. Now, Ricky Starks comes out. He talks his shit. Says that since Javon's gone and Trick is gone, Owa's gonna be gone too. He's the main guy. Everyone was booing him at the things. Now, question for you: is he the king of nothing because of the fact that there's not really any good talent per se pushed at the moment, except for Ethan Page? There's not anyone else. What's your thoughts on that?
No, you're right. Absolutely correct. Ricky Saints or Starks or Skank, he's doing nothing in NXT, to be honest with you. Look, I didn't like how he beat over Femi. I thought it was lame. With a couple of DDTs and like, really? I was like, okay. I would have liked him to have a longer North American title run. That's just me. But there's no one. Ethan Page. How long? Let me ask this: with Matt Cardona in the company now, and him teaming up mixed tag team with Chelsea, how long you think is Ethan Page going to stay? Clowning around in NXT when you have a jealous husband on the roster with a mixed tag team, which that could make money on the main roster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the feud?
Yeah.
With Cardona and Ethan Page feuding against each other?
Yeah, and Cardona playing the jealous husband, teaming up with his wife a lot and titles, and they're friendly, and they don't have to do anything, scale is crossing the line, but just that angle alone, I mean, my goodness, it brights itself.
Chelsea Green in a shark cage, like, just do it. It works.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah. All right. Next up, Tatum Paxley versus Izzy Dame. The rubber match. Not really the rubber match. Match 2 of 3, because there's gonna be a third one. This match was a very good showing for Tatum Paxley across the board, and Izzy Dame showed out as well. Tatum Paxley won with the sedimentary drive. This match lasted about 10 to 12 minutes. DWALK, what are your thoughts on this match and Tatum Paxley winning this one? They're tied. There's gonna be a third match.
Yeah, it's gonna be a third match, but Tatum Paxley, like I said, Tatum Paxley, she got a lot of potential. Like, she had a story going on with her and everything. She beating I still like. Okay, so after Tatum Paxley beat Izzy Dane, she came the next week and lost, and then came back the next week, and then that's when she started fucking with Thea Hale and everything, and then it leads to this now. But I thought it was a good match. I just want to see more out of Izzy Dame.
Okay. All right. Kane.
Okay, mic is on. Okay, what I thought it was more of an improvement from their last match. To me, yeah, I saw it was more of an improvement. It was pretty much back and forth and stuff. Be honest, I'm surprised with this. This was pretty decent. It was a pretty decent match, man. And now I'm more invested in it. I want to see what else they can do, especially if they improving it as they go and stuff. Hell yeah, let's see it, man.
Okay. Jedi Sports then Joe. What are your thoughts, Jedi? Your thoughts on the match?
The match, they had better chemistry. From I've watched it. We watched it. I watched them on television, and then yesterday seeing it live. I'm gonna say this: what made that match even more hotter was the crowd. Tatum is beloved in the Performance Center, big time. Izzy not so much because she's the heel. I found out. Didn't you guys find out when the calling didn't come out? I'm like, where's the guys? None of the gentlemen came out. I'm like, they're just alone, the two ladies. Having that said, there was a spot on a pin that wasn't so clean that it worked quickly on television because I asked my guy that was going to watch on, did you see that pin? No. The match much improved. Storyline wise, I think there's still more story with it, especially what unfolds later in the evening. I think there's more story with Izzy and Tatum, but not the way we think. For Tatum, what's next? Does she get called up? Do you guys see her as a potential main roster? I think she could tell a story, but do you have confidence in her in ring?
I'll go first. For Tatum, yes, you have
Okay.
to start off with something like you have to establish with somebody first and let her ride it out afterwards. So I think that if Tatum goes up to the main roster, she needs to go against Alexa, do some weird shit, and then from there establish her character. Like from there, like, oh, that's the weird girl that even Alexa doesn't want to go near because she's fucking weird. Like that's you need to go on that because Tatum is a totally different type of character. She's very fluid. She's very bendy. Izzy Dame, I love her to death. She needs to be in NXT for at least another year, establish her character a little bit more, just a little bit more. Just something about her is not like she's getting there. She can be that bitch with Mr. Beta, Sean Spears, and Mr. Beta, Vic Joseph. Which, ladies and gentlemen, I'm only calling them Beta because of the fact that they're scared of chainsaws. I live in Puerto Rico. There's machetes. Be real. Come on now. Just either attack or be a bitch. All right, one of those two. That's either or. But that's my thoughts on it. Joe, Tatum Paxley versus Izzy Dame. I know you freaking love Izzy Dame like freaking Farrah Fawcett.
Well, I feel like Izzy Dame has grown over the year. That the year or two that we've been watching her, she's grown a lot in ring and the mic work. I mean, she's grown a lot as a character. We always said that we always felt that she was an improved performer, and they should give her a chance. I just feel like Tatum Paxley has more of the it factor right now. So, I mean, if they moved her to the main roster, I would say they should move her into like somewhere of a mid-card scene. Maybe have her feud with like Liv Morgan and like Raquel Rodriguez, stuff like that, like the Judgment Day ladies, to kind of get her feet wet. Roxanne Perez.
Yeah,
Lyra
they're all
and
talented.
yeah. Keep her away from SmackDown. Keep her away from SmackDown. That crazy.
No,
keep her ass away.
Keep her on Raw, where there's a lot of talent. I mean, you could even have her do like a title match against Becky, because that'll help her tremendously. Because I believe Becky is a great teacher and someone who can definitely control a ring and tell a story and helps the younger talents learn how to do that better.
Yeah,
that works. That works because you can do an open challenge, like Becky Lynch does an open challenge, for whatever reason. She comes out, and then what the catalyst for her Tatum losing, is that during the entrance of her, it's Tatum Paxley. Tatum Paxley has a Becky Lynch doll, just whip, because she always has dolls. And that during the match, Becky Lynch can break the dolls, make her mess up, because that's her weakness, just breaking her dolls up. But either way, that's life. All right, this is the match.
Can I mention something real quick? Can you think Tatum Paxley will benefit a run in AAA Mexico the way Lola's been getting
fuck
for the
yeah,
bump?
of course.
I mean, yeah, I could see her doing stuff like that too.
It's, because
Yeah.
if she's not quite there, ready to go to the main roster, spending time in AAA, working with those ladies, a little bit of a different eye, different look. Maybe they could unlock even something more bigger a potential for Tatum. Yeah, I wanted to.
Sports Jedi, this goes to everything I've always said, and I believe that all women wrestlers, as well as men wrestlers, but mostly women wrestlers, can benefit off doing a small stint in Mexico and Japan. Do a 6-month stint in Japan, a 6-month stint in Mexico, so you learn the different styles and can adapt them into an American style and meld them together. Because the more you learn from different cultures, the better you are as a performer.
Yeah,
I agree.
Tatum's a PC wrestler. Like Tatum going to Japan, Tatum going to AAA works. It worked for Hank and Tank. It worked for them. It came back a little different. They're still the
Tavion
same,
Heights.
Yes.
Yeah, Tavion Heights as well. Like
Josh
have some
Briggs.
fun with that.
Yep, Josh Briggs.
Well, that's just Josh Briggs. Speaking of whatever, JCJ versus Kendall Gray. This was a very freaking good match, even with the interference of fatal influence. JC Jane won with help from Fallon Henley. Before I get to who our thoughts on this, I want to say this notable moments. General Manager Ava frantically told the production crew to play the video for Dame and Paxley before the break. Dame's one thing Dame does really well is throw herself into moves. There's no hesitation of fear. Dame's powerbomb looked good, even though she didn't get Paxley all the way up. That's from Bleacher Report. I want to give respect to that. I like this match. I really wanted Kendall Gray to win because, again, Kendall Gray is hot. Kendall Gray has this weird style that's popping up now that's really good. She's going to have a triple threat match next week and Evolve against PJ Vasa and Kelly Armstrong. That's going to be a really good freaking match. But understandably, and everyone knows this on the show, I don't like JC Jane because she has started and has continued the fact that every match is interference. Every match is interference. There's not been one match that I've seen that she has won clean. Not one. And I brought up with other people the Bobby Roode era. Bobby Roode was just as vicious, just as a dick as JC Jane, but he cheated by himself. He won by himself. Probably one of the greatest heels in NXT history. And it was a theory, ladies and gentlemen. They just wanted to see if it would work. And it worked. One of the greatest entrances in NXT history, because they don't do that anymore in NXT. I missed that. Glorious. Anyway, Jedi Sports. Your thoughts on Kendall Gray versus JC Jane?
Kendall Gray continues to get better and better. I saw her match when she won the Evolve title in Succession. I was in the building. I was in the front row, loved it, saw it. And the thing was, I had to keep quiet for 3 weeks about that match. Couldn't tweet, couldn't write, because I had a respect for not ruining it. But man, that match was so great. And she's wrestling a style, Kendall Gray, that's not even, she wrestles to her height and to her skill set. She's not trying to do something overbearing or trying to abuse power. She knows what her limitations is. And she's next, this is 2026 and is going to be her year. She's going to be atop of the NXT charts, but right now it's the era of JC Jane. Unlike I enjoy JC Jane from everything. Even they copy a little bit of Bloodline. Bloodline. How many times Roman had plunder to keep his titles, to win his titles, to work, and he's considered one of the top champions ever. I've been a fan of JC since her mannerisms since Toxic. I always told my wife she's not a third wheel. She's just one of those that likes to be should be in a tag team in a group. She excels. She needs that. That's what fuels JC Jane. I mean, seeing her in Slammiversary, being in the building when she won the Knockouts title was a great accomplishment for her. She's great on the microphone. Her in-ring is it's even better. I got to give her that. She could get you to dislike her in a heartbeat, which the heels are supposed to do, and supposed to zing you and supposed to make you belittle what she did. And I really like everything that she's doing. Like you said, you know what would give a defining moment, but I don't know if WWE or NXT will dare to do it because they keep their PLE short. An Iron Woman match will be freaking phenomenal with her to see. And if she could go the distance with Kendall Gray and Iron Woman for stand and deliver, and Kendall wins, and JC could go over with knockout going over, put on a hell of a banger on an Iron Woman match. I think we could rest a little bit of the lack of concerns for JCJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with that. Joe, go.
Kendall Gray. I watched the first episode of Evolve.
Thank you.
It was the only episode of Evolve I watched,
Okay, damn it.
and I said when I saw the show, I said that Kendall Gray and the current Evolve Men's Champion,
Jackson.
Like
Jackson Drake. Is it Drake?
Yep.
Jackson Drake. I said that those two they stood out to me, and they would be future champions on the first episode of Evolve, and here they are, holding their own as champions. You could tell talent right off the rip. It doesn't take long to tell when you have talent in front of you.
Yeah.
The problem is that I understand why they wanted JC Jane to win, because obviously JC Jane is talented. She's very talented. I said that she was behind the curtain a lot of the time when it came to like championships, and I was like, why are they keeping her in the back? I was like, let her stand out. She deserves to, especially after Toxic Attraction. I enjoyed the match. I think that JC Jane gets better with every match, and I believe that she should be getting called up not too long from now to the main roster. Problem is where.
That's another question. I would say AAA for them, not her, for them as a trios would work in AAA.
Yeah. Because they have the Toxicas. There's plenty of different women they could go out there. Lady Farmer, Fabi Apache, or even Natty. There's a nice group of women that they could wrestle for them as well. And you know what's hurting? My opinion is that Laney Reed ain't ready yet for the main roster, and it's holding them back.
No.
I think Fallon, you could put Fallon and JC, especially the WWE's trying to revamp their women's tag team division. Maybe, I don't know. I just the way I feel. SmackDown will be, and if they were to call up, which I don't think so, will be SmackDown. Because remember, you still got to have a card for stand and deliver. You can't leave them high and dry, and leave NXT. They got PLEs that they want to sell the buildings too.
They also have a weekly TV show on national television.
Yeah, they could, but they could do that with some of the Evolve kids. Also collaborating with TNA. And they could bring up Mr. Guana. They could do, bring a couple. They could do mix and match for those the weekly television, which is not going to bother me. That's not the worry. It's the when you want to start charging people to go sit, the way TKO has been asking people to plunk out money, even for NXT PLEs. That's the issue. You got to give quality.
What are they charging nowadays? Sports Jedi for tickets to stuff like that.
The last time when they were in Fort Lauderdale, because it's only 2.5 hours from me. For it was No Mercy where Ash by Elegance won her title back from the Triple Threat. That was in Los, and I was there that's when Ricky Saints won the title. That was they outpriced me. They were very expensive. They were a little bit overpriced. Where I said, I think it was like it was like 150 and it wasn't even front rows. It was. I was like, no, it's just a little too much for no. And then plus the travel it was a little too much.
150 for not even front row, and for developmental.
I mean, they had good matches, but it was expensive.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for bringing that up. I'm gonna try my damnness to go to Backlash in Puerto Rico. I don't know when it's gonna be in Puerto Rico. They haven't said it yet. But I want to give a shout out to Jedi Sports Network because he also, and Joe as well, because they brought up the fact that AEW is coming to Puerto Rico and it will be considerably cheaper. So I will most likely go to AEW show.
Way cheaper. You got a better chance going to that AEW show when they come than you will going to Backlash.
No. You know what? No, I was talking to my girlfriend. My girlfriend doesn't understand this, and I said, if they promote Bad Bunny in the Backlash show, it will sell out. It will sell out. So it all depends if Bad Bunny's going to be there.
If you want to go to Backlash, you better start selling your ass now.
Okay, first off, sir, no. And second, I'm gonna get the money. Okay, I'll work it out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in this NXT time with DWALK, we always like to show little tidbits of the wrestlers. It's Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Wednesday.
Hey guys, happy Wednesday. And
Look, Ren, it might be a happy Wednesday, but was it a happy Tuesday yesterday, Kendall?
Very funny. No, it wasn't very happy for me. But you know what, Charlie? You can't keep a gangsta down, can you?
And it just really solidified why we need a third member. So we need to get serious. And right here, I have our box of candidates. Let's go ahead and open this up.
Hold it for
Yes,
you?
please. Yeah. Some more.
Okay.
Locked in.
Sorry, I'm just holding it. Wow.
She was good, yeah. Sorry for interrupting Wednesday, but this message is for Bruno Mars. And if you're not Bruno Mars, just give me 1 second. I promise I'll be so quick. Bruno, every time you've gone on tour, I've either been too late, too broke, or life got a little crazy because I was trying to become a wrestler. And then there was this one time in high school where this girl I thought was my friend invited me, and then she forgot she invited me, so she invited someone else. So I was going, then I wasn't going. And then, we actually don't really talk anymore because of that. But anyways, it's been 10 years. It's been 10 whole years since you released an album. And now I got some monies. I got some time. So I will be there. Congratulations on finishing that album. And I'll see you on tour. Please.
This right here, this is the one.
All right, let's get to work then.
Let's go find her.
Well, this way.
Charlie.
Charlie.
I can go another direction.
Bro, what did he talk about? Last time we seen him, he was on TNA in the background, didn't say nothing.
I know, but here's a question for the group. I'll start with Jedi. Who is the third member of Ren QCC? There's going to be one. It's not an if, it's a when.
Carly Bright. They're friends. They've been together since Carly Bright and Kendall Gray been together since Level Up. Before that show got canceled, and they actually broke in together. They were supposed to be a team and all that. I think it's Carly Bright, if I'm betting.
Okay. Evolve fact: Carly Bright and at the time, Carly Bright and Kendall Gray have gone their separate ways. So Carly Bright's paving her path. So that's one contender. DWALK, without being sexual, who's the third partner?
Now, why you gotta pull me up? That's messed up. I have been a genuine person.
No.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
I have been a genuine man. I've been good all week. I've been good all week.
You haven't done a podcast all week. That's why you haven't been a genuine man all week. Anyway, back to you. Who's the third member?
I agree with Sports Jet like Carly Bright.
Okay.
Something we ain't seen.
Joe?
Like we ain't seen or heard from her. I mean, like I said, she might come out the blue. Like, ain't no telling if Jay never wrestled Kendall Gray again. Hey, guess who might have her back? Hey, that shit ain't gonna slide now.
Okay. Joe, who's the third member?
I'm gonna pull a curveball. What if it's Wendy Chu?
Okay.
Evolve fact, that ain't gonna happen. They're about to have a feud in a couple weeks, so that ain't gonna happen. Maybe in NXT, but Evolve, they're setting that up.
They're a month ahead, though.
Okay.
Yeah, but they just this is the last tapings. I'll talk about that later offline. But okay, when did you? Okay, that's fine. Kane, who's the third member?
I had to agree with DWALK and Jedi on this one, man, because I mean, hey, that seems like a likely pick. I have to agree, man.
Okay. There's two options that I've actually there's three technically. I don't like to say the third name, but I'll say the three people that are in contention. Tyra May Steele,
Okay,
Um,
not bad.
because she hasn't done anything. Carly Bright, even though it's kind of weird because of the whole Evolve thing, because she's locked in Evolve. She ain't going nowhere, but I understand that too. And Carmen Petrovic. That's another
Oh,
one that they've always like gone back and forth with. So those three. I wish it's Tyra.
All right. But the way they probably gonna mess it up is gonna be Nikita Linus.
oh, I was gonna say that. I
That
was
was
gonna
my
say
second.
that.
That was my second pick.
I was gonna
D1.
say that.
Oh
But
man.
let me ask this question: Any of you thought that Ren Sinclair was going to turn on Kendall Gray last night? I had that saying. I was like, I think freaking, because Shawn Michaels said that Ren Sinclair is about to have a big 2026, and I go,
Yeah.
man, like they're really gonna make a turn heel. That's where it's going to get her heat.
Mm.
So when he kind of teased that, I was waiting for it yesterday. It's like I was saying to a friend of mine, I was sitting next to me. I said, if they eject Fatal here, she's turning on her. Look where the title, because the way she rolled the title, it was to hit on the Evolved Woman's title, and she had it on the stairs. The way she placed it, and I was looking at that, I was like, ooh, that looks like she's going to use it, but neither less than ever, they never went that route. But that crossed my mind.
Okay. Okay. I actually that is a good point. Like damn it. That's a good point. Shit. No, I think Ren Sinclair, I think once Kendall loses the belt, then they'll have a feud. Then that means Kendall will go after someone's title. Because again, Izzy Dame has the we'll talk about that later. But I think, and going back to Joe, they're starting a rivalry. They're starting it up again between Wendy Chu and Kendall Gray and Evolve. And me and Cardi M, which we're gonna say this tomorrow on the Evolve podcast. It makes sense for Wendy Chu. No, listen to me. Wait, it makes sense for Wendy Chu to take the belt off Kendall, and then Kendall goes up. That would make sense. Wendy Chu is the fucking gatekeeper in Evolve. She's been there for
that
fucking
makes
6 years.
that makes my pick even more interesting because
Yes.
what if Brent Sinclair turns on Kendall and helps Wendy Chu win the belt, and Wendy Chu joins them?
Yeah. Yeah, it could happen. Ren Sinclair has popped out and Evolve, so technically she can come in and out. Okay, all right, okay, that's fine.
Makes sense.
All right, I'll take that. I haven't even watched the whole Evolve show yet because I'm like, because I wanted to jump on this show, ladies and gentlemen. I stopped in the main event.
See, and I didn't see any of this, and I already and that was my pick. See,
Yeah, because I realized because like they said it on Happy Wednesday. There's going to be a third person, and it has to be someone strong. Miss Xing Xing is doing her thing in Evolve. I'll talk about that later tomorrow. All right. After everything happened, I got the right here. Kendall Gray. Notable moments. After nothing happened, Thea Hale open challenge before the match. Ava was talking to Thea Hale backstage, and she said, "Look, you don't have to fight tonight. It's cool." Thea Hale said, "No, I want to fight. I want to be a fighting champion." Jordan Grace, being the little instigator, is like, "Yeah, she should fight. She should really do it." I'm like, "All right, why are you doing this?" Okay, fine. So Thea Hale comes out and does the open challenge. Everybody from Evolve pops out. Everybody. I'm going to say their names. Mason Holiday, Layla Diggs, Chantel Monroe, Kelly Armstrong, PJ Vasa, and everyone. Holy shit. Then fucking Tatum Paxley cuts through the crowd like Moses with a chainsaw. I'm not fighting the match. Then Sean Spears looks at the guy and said, "Hey, I'm going to give you money. And I know you took some pictures with Jada Parker's butt. So I need you to ring the bell. Izzy Dame's in the match right now. Izzy Dame's in the ring. Ring the bell." They ring the bell. Izzy Dame versus Thea Hale. This match lasts about less than 10 minutes. Izzy Dame is your new women's North American champion. With, not that much interference from Sean Spears and Nico, but, they were there. DWALK. I'll say my thoughts at the end. What are your thoughts on this? Thea Hale had the belt for 2 weeks because of an accident and lost it to Izzy Dame.
First of all, anybody who run out there with a chainsaw in real life, hey, you going to jail. You are out of here. That's first, like real. Let me run my job with a chainsaw, see what happened to me.
Hey, Eminem did it.
Here. Who?
Eminem did it. He didn't go to jail.
Come on, man. I am a young African American man in a good town, and I'm in a good Grand Blanc is like good. Don't nothing happen. You don't even see homeless people there. You don't even see trash there. And I am a African American man working at there. I don't even like being there past not dark. Guess what? Woo!
But think about it. Think about DWALK. If you need a raise, you just go in and change like, I want a raise. All right, you get a raise. All right, thank you.
No, I get shot.
That could work. But Joe,
no,
I know.
no,
Joe,
I get
your
shot.
thoughts on Izzy Dane winning the belt? You won't get shot. You're a good man. Okay.
Izzy Dane. I'm glad she's getting a chance. We knew Thea Hale was going to lose the belt because she wasn't supposed to have it in the first place. So now they're giving Izzy Dane a chance with it. And then everybody's like, but she lost earlier in the night. Yeah, okay. And I brought up points to this also. Bret Hart lost to Owen Hart at WrestleMania 10 and then went on to the main event and beat Yokozuna for the World Championship. Nobody complained about that.
No, I know, but like it irked me where you compared Izzy Dane to Bret Hart.
I know.
Like that.
I was waiting. I'm biting my tongue. I'm like, really?
Yeah, I'm like, I love
Bad
Joe.
Joe.
You compared Izzy Dane to Bret Hart, bro.
Bad Joe.
But still, it's the
Bad
point,
Joe.
the fact that she had wrestled a match earlier and lost. It was a good match. And then she went on and challenged for the championship because she knew she had an open spot.
Yeah.
She picked her spot and she won the championship. She did what she was supposed to do.
I know, but I'm gonna say about that. Then Jedi goes next, and then Kane. I don't like this for a variety of reasons. One, you kind of bury Tatum Paxley because she literally came in with a chainsaw. Like it should be like Thea Hill's like, okay, I'll fight the girl with a chainsaw. It should have been that. Like, okay, if I'm gonna go badass, I'm going the most extreme. That should have been one. Two, if you weren't in the match, Sean Spears and Nico Vance, between Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dane because you were scared of Tatum, why are you now popping up? If you saw Tatum with a chainsaw, you should have been running away like, oh, fuck this PTSD and running away. No, that didn't happen. That's two. Three, Izzy Dane had a second type of blood feud match with Tatum Paxley. Yet she is 100% energized to have a 5 to 7 minute match with Thea Hale, who is also hurt. And also, Thea Hale's been there for 4 years. By accident, she won the belt, and by purpose, you took it away. You couldn't give her the belt for 1 month. You gave the belt to Tatum Paxley as an whatever reason for a month. And the idea that she would have fought so many other people, she did the ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have a discussion about the contrary examples of open challenges. She was gonna do an open challenge and show all the wrestlers out there, but then you do this weird thing with Izzy Dane, and you do this so that Tatum and Izzy can fight for the belt in the third match.
Yeah.
You didn't need a belt for the blood feud. It should have been you had the third match, then whoever wins goes after the belt because the feud is over.
Mm-hmm.
Putting a belt over a woman that's been there for 4 years and you bury her.
Mm-hmm.
And then you reward Blake Monroe by saying you're banished. Technically, get the fuck out of NXT. You messed up. So go to the main roster. That's what I gotta say. Jay, I spoke your thoughts on the match and everything else. I'm sorry if I'm ranting.
No, I like it. I like it because we're gonna get into we're in the same, not the same exact, but we're gonna rant about this whole thing. First and foremost, the open challenge. I had no problem with that. I thought it was going to be Jordynne Grace. I said, you know what? She's instigating. She says she needs to remember her promo says she needs to figure it out how the younger ladies are just and what she's doing wrong. So I said, all right, maybe I don't, Jordynne Grace. We saw her pop here and there. Maybe she's going to have that match and then she loses and she goes bananas, whatever. Then I hear Thea Hale goes and she's about to cut a promo in the middle of the ring. I said, más hablando, more talking. But then you had, when was it? 2 weeks she's going to have the title. The first week she came out, she was crying. Then she started crying again. You still crying? You should be already you should be getting pissed off and saying, you thought this was a fluke? Come and try it, because I am not giving you this title back. You're not getting it. You might have think I might have won it with a fluke or a rabbit's foot, whatever. Try it. Bring the locker room. I don't like the way NXT does their open challenge because everybody comes running out like bushwhackers, and then you got a bunch of referees trying to hold them back. I call it copying the field, and they're trying. I'm like, copying fields and feeling. Yeah, of course. I'm like, isn't that I don't see that in the main roster. Everybody coming out like whoever answers the challenge goes. I get it. They do for that part. They always do, and don't they know by now? I've been watching this for a long time. The challenger always comes from the rear, from the back. Mm-hmm. They always come from, and they never know. They turn their back. And then I was talking about when I said I want to save it for a little bit in a moment when I was first talking about the first match with Tatum and Izzy. Mm-hmm. They didn't feel like Tatum Paxley opened the way for Izzy Dane. Like, all right, we have in our feud, but it's a calling issue because the guys didn't come out, and then all of a sudden the guys, he got Dallas the referee in. To Dallas Brewster, the referee, to get him in there, and because Izzy's there, and because Tatum was holding all the girls back with the stupid chainsaw. So it was like, what? Mm-hmm. Is there's more storyline with Tatum and Izzy? Like, are they going to get back together and we're sisters and all that stuff? I have no faith in the creator when it comes to things that make sense. So I'm like, what? It made no fucking sense. I hate to say it. I was more confused. I'm happy for Izzy Dane winning the title, but I would have liked Thea, like you said. Can Thea hold it for the next premium live event on Vengeance Day? Let her hold it. But she's been there for a while, and make it seem like you're not winning. You know what? You could try to hurt me. You could say it was a mistake. You're not winning it. Then if she want to make a triple threat with Izzy Dane, Tatum Paxley, and Thea Hale, go for it. I wouldn't even like Paxley to cause a DQ on that open challenge. Would have been even better.
Yeah. But
go on, DWALK.
I said this should have been different. This is what I would have I love to see. Instead of out of Zarya. Let Zarya come out for the open challenge.
Yeah.
Exactly. She's like lost in space. She's the most biggest fumble of all the women that they brought in there with all these popping circumstances. Everybody complains on my chat about, Jordan Grace is buried. Jordan Grace, they don't got nothing for her. Bullshit. It's Zarya. Zarya's playing love. I want to get this out of my chest. Alex, excuse me. Let me get this quick off my chest.
Of course,
is it me or every freaking women tag team is all this lovey-dovey with Io and Rhea Ripley and Alexa Bliss and Charlotte here with Zarya? What's the lovey-dovey shit? They're out there. Go out there and be badass tag team. Go out there and kick ass. I'm just like, are we in Love Island or are we having a woman? The whole women's tag team division seems like it's a love fucking fest.
Thank you.
Like,
no, thank you. It's true. The baby faces are in love with each other, and the heels are just like bitches. Everyone's I'm a bitch because I'm a bitch. Well, you're a bitch because I'm a bitch. Like that's how it is. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Bayley and Charlotte and Sasha Banks was a tag team. They didn't love each other. They fucking were badasses.
You know what made me mad?
Yes.
Tell me that they're not trying to copy the timeless love bombs.
They're just bringing that love, like they're in unity. The women tag team.
It's Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa. They're all trying to replicate that.
It sucks.
You know what I hate the most though? Io Sky and fucking Rhea Ripley. I hate that. They always hugging every time.
That's what Jerry's saying. That's the truth. Like, it's just this lovey-dovey shit. Why can't we have look, one of the greatest tag teams that was invented by accident was Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt. One of the most weirdest tag teams ever. You know why? They weren't lovey-dovey. They knew the fucking assignment. It's time to win some fucking belts. Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso will be like, it's just me, Uso. I'm rubbing it up with my brother. It's just me, Uso. No, he ain't doing that.
But Io Sky used to be the fucking scariest, bro. And now she like always want to hug and jump in Rhea Ripley's lap. No, man. We need that fucking old Io Sky.
We could even keep it NXT. Look at Zarya's presentation.
Yeah.
She's fucking walking through the streets like she's walking through The Walking Dead. Like there's no when her presentation, Walking Dead, breaking the barriers, breaking buildings down.
Yes.
And her makeup, her look, her demeanor. But now you got her sharing ice cream pops and freaking Sundays, riding tricycles with a little bell and hop skipping with Sol Ruka. No,
and throwing knives too.
No. She's a
You remember that?
badass. Booker's a heel and
Yeah.
do it and make. She should be. She should.
No.
We're not gonna get Jordan Grace versus Daria.
No.
We should have
No.
been getting that. We should have got that Halloween Havoc.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
we should be
What are we
getting that.
doing? What are
Jordan
we doing?
Grace is on the main
here?
roster now.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's why I said Halloween Havoc. See, the thing, her fan base or the Neemer, they teased it. They teased it when NXT went to the ECW arena. Remember when Jordan Grace was still part of TNA and they won and they kind of didn't get along? They teased it, no payoff. This is something that's happening with Shawn Michaels and the creative with TKO. And it goes down all the way to TKO with Triple H. They're not paying it off. They think they're phoning it in. They have phoned it in for months now, and this is frustrating.
The program, all in all, is shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is where they're falling. This is where the entire WWE product is failing, because they keep producing this trash and regurgitating this garbage out like they're trying to feed baby birds, and the fans are turning on them because they don't want to see this shit. It's the same shit over and over and over again. Can we get something new?
No, but there are some shining moments, Joe. Like AAA is showing us that there's some great fucking matches. That Jack Cartwheel, Javon Evans, Laredo Kid was a masterful match.
You just said it. AAA.
I know.
Not
guess
WWE.
But guess what? We have a chance to again look. For me, there's two shows that I would watch no matter what. That's AAA and Evolve. Because Evolve, they're keeping that shit so tight-lipped, no one can spoil it. It's impossible unless you watch it on the exact time when it comes out, which is 8 o'clock. That's the best thing about that. And AAA, you got to be a hardcore fan to stay up until like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. Like that's the reality of it.
But to me,
I gotta watch it. I'm like, I gotta have that like an energy drink at 8 just to stay awake.
No, but to me, us as we've been all of us, every single one of us been watching wrestling since coming out the womb. From back then till now, we could already tell and look, that's recycled. They did that already. Oh man, they did that like 10 years ago. These new motherfuckers, they don't know that shit. They don't know their history about. They just think, oh yeah, everything cool and good and everything. No.
But DWALK, wrestling is mostly rehashed or retold stories. Just tell it in a different aspect.
And that's what I said. And these new people don't know it. These new ones don't know it, and then like thinking like it's like life. It's like studying. Like it's a lot of it's styles. Like know your background on everything you do. Yeah,
we'll talk about that later with DWALK. That's another topic. We'll
talk about. No, this ain't still about wrestling. No, this still about wrestling.
Okay, about wrestling, not about the other stuff. Okay, that works.
No, it's about wrestling.
Okay.
No, he was on wrestling.
You know, I'm done. You made me forget now. I don't even got nothing to say.
You know what? I'll press the button for myself. I'm sorry. Here we go.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So she said.
My bad. I'm sorry, DWALK. I love you. Now, going on next. Ethan Page speaks. He comes out, but before that, he wanted 5 minutes in the ring. He wasn't in Ava backstage. He wanted 5 minutes in the ring. Ava's like, I don't really trust your ass. Like, no, just give me 5 minutes in the ring. It's cool. By the way, here comes Vanity Project. See ya. Bam, 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 bam. What's up, girl? Bam, bam. Oh, hundos. That is literally Vanity Project. We'll talk about them a little later because I love those guys. But Jedi, have you been watching Evolve at all?
I've catch up to it. I'm not fully immersed with it, but yes, I am aware of those gentlemen. Women, they're going to be a force.
No, now are you aware that Jackson Drake is doing what's that show from the 50s that they were doing like
Happy
like
Days.
Advertising company like Mad Men or things like that?
Oh, Mad Men. Yes, Mad Men.
Yeah, Jackson Drake is a madman. He disrespected just fucking the other girl in Evolve. So now is it with Ava? I'm like, you could just he'll call her honey. Ladies and gentlemen, he's gonna call Ava honey. Hey babe, don't do. I'm like, ooh, 80s all over again. I love this shit. But that's Jackson Drake.
Wow, he's doing that to the pancake maker.
Oh no, I love Jackson Drake by that because he's like, I'm gonna own this shit. And plus, his trunk say Dr. Thirst in the back. He does his own thing. Ethan Page comes out. He says that he's the greatest. I'm just going to paraphrase this. He's the greatest champion ever. He's done everything he needs to do. I want to give shout out to Ethan Page. He is literally doing the Bobby Roode route. And I love bringing up Bobby Roode because they use this as a template. Bobby Roode was an asshole, but he always won for a whole year. He defended one after he defended against Nakamura. He defended against one of the guys from the system. He fought them all. He was a dick.
Yeah, he ain't lying though.
He ain't lying though. I tell you that much. That's what I'm saying. That there were some joined by team. Okay, here we go. Jasper Troy comes out. I don't know why. After Jasper Troy comes out, Josh Briggs comes out. After Josh Briggs comes out, Stacks comes out with Ariana. I want to say that specifically. Shallow Hill also makes an appearance and said that he had an up-and-coming title match against Stacks thanks to Santino Marella and Ava. Tavion Heights was up next and said he also had a match for a title against Troy set for next week. This particularly broke down into a huge fight that ended with Hill as the last man standing. While that was happening, Shallow Hill grabbed Ariana, did a nice little tango, dipped her, and his mouth guard with his fake tooth came out. And ladies and gentlemen, I watched this 3 times because it was disgusting. His real life mouth guard that was in his mouth bounced off the chin of Ariana and landed on her chest. She freaked out. He ran away. Shallow Hill is triumphant alone. Like, ladies and gentlemen, NXT time with DWALK is different because we show characters in their habitat. Ladies and gentlemen,
it's the
let's
two.
watch. I know, but let's watch the video of Shallow Hill talking about bees.
Hey guys, happy Wednesday. And
Look, Ren, it might be a happy Wednesday, but was it?
So there used to be this homeless guy that lived by my school when I was younger, and he used to sit by this crabapple tree. And in the fall, there would always be crabapples on the ground, and a bunch of bees would come and kind of like swarm around him. And he would sit by the bee swarm and yell at people when they walked by and tell them not to kill the bees. And he was always yelling that bees killed cancer, and that's why the government was trying to kill off the bees with pesticides. Now, he was definitely crazy, but maybe not that crazy, because there was just a study done in Australia that melatonin, the main component in bee venom, is actually able to create holes in the cell wall of cancer cells and shut down the growth promoting signals. And in the studies they did, what they found, which is crazy, is that it's able to rapidly kill cancer cells but doesn't affect healthy cells. So honestly, now I'm wondering if this dude was onto something. Also, this just reminded me, I really got to take out this wasp hive up here because it looked poised to attack.
Wow. Wow.
We
That's some deep shit.
Yeah. Now, Jedi Sports Network, we do this every week. We do Conspiracy Corner on Mondays. When we get back to that, we're gonna do AI soon. It's gonna be crazy. Your thoughts on this debacle and Shallow Hill standing tall? And they're showing a disgusting side in Shallow Hill, but again, on X and on Instagram and on his YouTube, this is what he shows: his intelligence side and everything else. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, that segment is called 10 Minutes on Hamster Wheel of Turds. That was the most. I lost 10 minutes of garbage, basura, mierda, because that was trash.
Yeah.
What in the world makes Shallow Hill, who just came out of fucking LFG, to have a title match for the TNA International Champion? He doesn't have no gripe. He hasn't beaten anyone on the TNA roster to deserve that title match. First and foremost, he should be wrestling the Speed Champion, not the International Champion. If you want to go that route, I would have had Tavion Heights because he has wrestled a match in TNA. Tavion Heights versus Stacks. I would have been a much more griper. Because now what you're telling me is that title from the international title is useless. You know what? TNA's titles are below the Speed title because you're letting LFG wrestlers wrestle it. I'm like, and by the end of the day, who challenges Ethan Page? Who after all that hamster wheel of turds, who is the number one contender to wrestle Ethan Page?
Oh, you know what? I will answer then, Joe. Okay, so Tavion's going after the Speed title, so that locks that story. And Stacks has into and with Shiloh, so that locks that story. And the only person left is the last one standing, and there's nobody. So that's what makes it sad. There's no one that will take it against Ethan. Like, unless Ethan's going up, and this is and by the way, they're doing a 6-way match. They're kind of predicting they're going to do a 6-way match in this. No, I don't like that. And two, Ethan Page has been awesome. If you have nothing for him, you want to put like he needs to stay. Okay, I feel bad for saying this to Ethan Page. I'm gonna clip this. You need to stay in NXT for a year. I'm sorry. I know you bought your ticket. I know, dude. I know you're at the airport. I know, Auron. I know. But you need to work for another year. The exodus has happened in NXT. There's no one left. They need 2 or 3 good villains. They got Ricky.
He's been in NXT for almost 2 years.
Yeah, another year. I mean, Thea Hale's been there for 4. So what's wrong with him being there another year?
Ethan Page is a fucking established wrestler who's had a successful career in multiple wrestling companies.
Yeah.
That's the difference between him and Thea Hale.
Yeah, but he's the only star they got in the men's division right now. They lost.
But that's fucked. You're demoted. You're keeping him demoted because he's the only talented motherfucker you have there. That's wrong to him.
Yes, it's called the Bobby Roode treatment. Remember that guy? He was stuck there. He did it for a year because they had nothing else for him, and he did it for a year because that's all they had. Remember, in that same year, they took everybody. Everybody. They took Finn Balor. They took Big E. They took everybody that year, and all those left was just Nakamura, who just got there, Roode, and Roderick Strong. They just got there.
Ethan Page is gonna be the Ric Flair NXT. He too precious, bro. He ain't going nowhere. If they be like, "Hey, stay in NXT, and we gonna give you top money and everything," hell yeah, I'll stay. I could wrestle.
He is getting a WWE contract.
Yeah,
he is while wrestling in NXT.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
And he should have been triple. He should have been Ethan 3 belts because he really did win that Latin American title.
Yeah.
I mean, the referee put his hands in his.
That was
his
the
pants.
weirdest booking.
Like,
Thank you for that, Jedi. That was the weirdest booking ever. You lost the match, and then because Iguana came out and said something, you just restarted the match. I mean, like Iguana should be doing that for everywhere. Like, hey, I saw someone cheating, so let's restart the match. Like, okay, you're the GM of life. What is that?
Ethan Page gonna be 18-time NXT champion and 21-time North American champion. That's how precious he is.
You know what? It would have been nice in that segment if Iguana would have came out because they could continue the feud from what happened. He cost them that title. There's a story, DWALK. There's a story because he cost them that Latin American title. And then Ethan kicks his ass and everybody buys some more Jessica's dolls and on WWE shop and TKO continues to make more money.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I was just like shocked though, like Mr. Iguana, oh man.
Yeah. I just hate that. I just hate that. Like Bobby Roode, he beat everybody, and then there was nobody left, and they just had to give the title to some random person, and then that just happens. Ethan Page has no one. And by the way, the Iguana thing would have been funny that if they would have went to the Titantron and then just Iguana was taking his car again. That would just funny. Oh, I did my car again, and just Iguana driving, not him. Like Oh, shout out to the DRWC show. Check these guys out. They're Wrestling Soup and Friendos affiliates. They do shows. They just did an interview with a great person on their channel. Check them out. I want them to get to 100. They are one of the 6 people, between 6 and 7 people that talk about Evolve in the whole YouTube community, ladies and gentlemen. 6 people. There's 9 billion people on the planet. Jesus. Joe will be back in a second. Child, you Joe. After this, but by the way, Joe Hendry asked for a DQ match against Dion Lennox, but he needs to have some people in the background. So he actually went to the back and talked to OTM. They considered. I would respect that.
Like it.
They showed a French wrestler. I want to give a shout out to them. They showed a French wrestler that was supposed to be on Evolve. But they put him in NXT. He is described as sort of like Matt Riddle with a little bit of high flyer. I like him. Kind of looks like one of the guys from Axiom, but with a mask on. It's kind of fucking funny. So I actually like that. Jedi, what are your thoughts on the French wrestler coming in?
Yeah, I saw him. We saw him on. If you saw the last AAA show, he did wrestle on there. He had a good showing for him. He you know what? A French luchador. I remember the young my friend that was with me said a French luchador. In all my years, I never heard of that of a French luchador. I said, well, it's evolving now. He's luchadoring. I did get to see him. Let's see. We have to have an open mind with him. Give him some time. Hopefully he's not a Pepe Le Pew and stinks it up. Joe, you all right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that grunt just worried me there. I was gonna see. Remind me to recommend you some good fiber afterwards.
I don't know about that. Anyway, Joe, it's like Matt Riddle, but just French in a mask.
Yeah, he does. He's gonna. Did you see his match, Alex, in AAA?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen a couple of his matches. I went up to Independence because he was scheduled to go to Evolve. That was the rumor. Like they're sending his ass to Evolve, and then the Thea Hale thing happened, and everything. The rumor stopped. I'm like, son of a bitch. I would have liked him, but we got someone else. We got Phil London. I'm happy with that guy.
He's gonna be. He was already involved first, and then they put him to LFG. I don't get it. Are they mixing LFG and Evolve? Like, are they on poking because wasn't Cena Sterling signed already to Evolve? Well, she had an LFG match yesterday with Chantel Moore.
Yeah, Chantel Monroe. In the first 5 episodes of Evolve, the majority of people that was on LFG for the last 2 seasons, they went to LFG. What they do is, okay, you got to rent them for LFG, fine. Once they're done, they're coming back. So that's why Trill London's back. And except for Harlan Lewis, you lucky bastard, Harlan Lewis, you're in NXT. Like, people I want him back in Evolve, but they're like, no. That's too many problems in powerhouses. I love Harlan Lewis.
He's still good. Harlan Lewis is good. What happened to Kayvon Tarver? No, okay. He's Incarnation.
Yes. But after that, everything happened. Hill's fake 2 fell off, like I told you about that. And then Obafemi versus Leon Slater, main event. One of the craziest matches ever. I love Leon Slater because he's a different type of Javon Evans, just like a different path. I love that about him. He's fucking awesome. But he lost to the fucking Ruler. The Ruler has a 92% win rate. I did the math. Holy shit. That's better than Gunther. Gunther has an 80% win rate. That's why they brought him up. They realized after the Thea Hale thing, like, this guy is literally, he has had only like maybe 40 matches. He's had only under 40 matches. Under 40 matches. And he has a 92% win rate. So give the belt on him again. And then after the match, he retired the belt. Mr. Tony D'Angelo, who looks like freaking Bruce Banner from the show from the 70s with a coat on, is looking at the belt ever so whatever. But before that, Ava was talking to majority of everybody from LFG and Evolve, again, all the males and men and females. Then Robert Stone came out and said, hey, something's happening to Obafemi. He left the belt and Tony D'Angelo. So Jedi Sports Network, what are your thoughts on Obafemi leaving the belt and Tony D'Angelo looking at it? We'll talk about the Evolve people after that.
Tony D'Angelo looking at it, is he ever going to win that title? Like, I mean, you're looking at it, okay. I mean, I couldn't get invested in Tony. Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest with you, when seeing Obafemi, I wanted Javon Evans to win. That's why I actually went to the Performance Center. I was invested to go see my guy win it. I thought he was going to win it. But at the moment, I'm going to be honest with you, 24 hours ago, I was hot. I was upset. I wanted Javon. I say, why not have him have the NXT title, win it, and debut it on the AMC premiere for TNA and have a title match where WWE now has a fingerprint in another network via Javon, Leon Slater, and Joe Henry is scheduled to be at Genesis. I could see Joe Henry versus Leon for that title. I don't know. But then I started thinking about it. Like you said, the 90+ rate of winning. He's unbeatable. He's unenviable. You got to make him strong to go to the main roster. Of course, he had that match with Cody Rhodes. Now he shows up where he has an aura of invincibility, and now he's off and running on whichever brand he's on. So now 24 hours looking at it, it was the right decision for him to vacate it, come and get it. Doesn't mean that Leon can win that title in whatever tournament or whatever they have. Battle Royal. I could see a Battle Royal next Tuesday for that NXT World title.
Speaking of somebody that I thought wasn't going to come back, and we talked about it. I just found again. I didn't watch the end of Evolve, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news: Harlem Lewis is back in Evolve. Nana boo boo. Welcome back. I know you saw that EOD. You don't want to say it, but thank you for not saying it. But we'll talk about that tomorrow.
Alex, did you read this comment?
Well, yeah, he's right though. He's right, DWALK. You have nothing to say about you know damn well. You know damn well. Thank you.
Wow, I'm shocked.
Thank you for telling me my mix was a little low. My apologies.
EOD, Obafemi.
Yes. Okay. Now, Joe, what are your thoughts?
Hey, he said me, not you.
I know, but wait a minute. What are your thoughts on Obafemi retiring the belt?
This is exactly what we planned. We had booked for him in the beginning, before he even won the championship. We said that this is the way that he should retire the title. Put the title down. Move up to the main roster. Go to the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. I wish they would show them throw down the belt. I mean, even though we've been talking about it for the longest, it'd have been dope though if they had Obafemi throw down the belt like I'm sick of this. If he going to Raw, SmackDown, I'm going to the main roster. Just throw the belt down. That would have been dope to me, but we've been saying this for the longest.
But I like the way that they did it because he faded into darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Respectfully. Like he was a ruler, and as a ruler, he goes to another
like a supervillain almost. Like he just faded into black.
Yeah.
And no one in the arena saw that. No one in the arena. Because they turn all the lights down, and the only light and only thing illuminated in the whole building was those two screens when Robert Stone comes in. If anyone said they saw that in the arena, they're full of crap. Because everybody.
That's fucked up.
I had the video. I had the videos from people in the arena.
No,
it was pitch black.
You don't see it's pitch black. You don't see him making the gesture to put that title down until Robert Stone mentions it and says, "We saw it over there." I'm like, "What the hell he did?" And everybody's like looking, and then that's when everybody looked. That's when that was illuminated. That's when you got to see that. No one else. I don't believe that unless if you knew. If you was in the know, you knew, but no one knew that. No one. And if they did, they were full of crap.
Yeah. No. And that sucks because like it was very cinematic when I saw it. I'm like, it looks really cool. But like you could have showed it to the people are there to see the match and see the result, and you don't even show it to them because you're like, oh, we gotta make it dramatic. Shawn Michaels, fix your fucking eyes. Like the people are there to watch it, not to watch it when they get home and be like, wait, what happened? What's going on? Oh, you saw that fucking thing? No, I didn't, motherfucker. No,
we saw it afterwards, but we didn't see. No, what I meant, let me clear it up. What I meant, we didn't see was him folding it and laying it down in the middle of the ring. It was told he did as soon as the next time you noticed the title was already there. We didn't see Oba do the gesture of leaving it there, not at all. Until Robert Stone said, you know what he did? That's when anybody. So if anyone said they saw him do the gesture, that's what I mean. They're full of crap. That's what I mean. I want to be clear. No, when he's folding it and leaving it in the ring and then walking out with it, nonsense. Because that place was pitch dark, and no, you didn't see that.
Yeah, I think EOD means Jedi, which he's gonna fix himself. Yeah, I know what you meant. Yes, but no, I mean, like Tony D'Angelo, he's stuck there for probably another 6 months to a year. I mean, he's like, there's no one left for him to fight. That's the weird thing. You got Ricky Saints, who's a heel, and he's a heel too. And Josh Briggs is the heel, and Lexus King is the heel, and the only baby faces is Tavion and Miles. Like,
and Miles is turning heel.
And Miles turning heel. So you got Tavion, and then you got Joe Hendry, who just pops up like an STD. Then you got Hank and Tank. And you got OTM. Oh, he's popping up like an STD now, though. Like that's like just say his name. And when Ava said, like, how long you been in my fucking office, bro? Like that's why I'm like, yeah.
Hey, but look, point, like, it was funny because he ignored it though. It was funny because he like forgot he didn't acknowledge though. Like, how you get in my office and he kept doing what he was doing? That's what made the shit funny.
He's an asshole. That's why the fucking thing it is. Like an asshole. But the point is, like, there's no one left. This NXT Exodus is gonna be very detrimental. Like, you're gonna have to pull stories out of your ass, Shawn Michaels, to kind of fix this. You
gotta see it first.
I got an idea.
You gotta see it first.
I've got an idea. Simple. Just have the NXT title taken from a TNA wrestler all the way to the Bronx and see who's going to be born nasty. Who's going to be born nasty to go get the NXT title? My man Mike Santana. It's time for him to go get that title. Go. They cost him, those NXTers cost him this title here and in Full Sail. Now it's time for him. I told him that on my channel when we had him 2 weeks ago. So Mike, it's time for you to go get that NXT title. Go tell them, go knock some heads in that locker room. Those wankers. Go in there, beat their asses, and go in the locker room, take their title, let them come get it in NXT. What I mean is they could start building the next guy to beat Santana in NXT. Yeah. Get some guys ready with some story back and forth. Or it has to be, or Leon Slater. Doesn't have to be me. For personal reasons, I want Mike Santana to win the title. But someone from TNA will be nice to be the head. And then you could really have the NXT crowd root for that person if it's Tavion. Or, if he's not there yet. They're not there yet. I'll be honest with you. Tavion's not there yet. No. Miles, no, they're not there yet. But if a TNA wrestler has their title, you have the Performance Center and the NXT universe rally behind that, the chosen one to go get that. The same way, vice versa, the way the TNA rally behind Mike to go get that title from Trick. I think they should reverse it this year just to see, and for developmental for NXT to get some guys, because they don't got guys right now.
No.
Not Lexus King. Lexus King is not the guy right now, as much as I like Lexus.
The two people.
Yeah, go on, D-Walk.
The two people I want to see from TNA win the NXT title is Mike Santana or Moose.
Okay.
Moose.
I want Macklin to win that United States.
No. Give me a second, Jedi. D-Walk. Okay. Look at me real quick. Okay, we've talked about this, Moose. We've talked about this. Moose is never gonna get a title at NXT because of the domestic abuse charges. We've talked about this. We've talked about.
So they say.
I know you love Moose, but let's just please stop.
Hey, can I be in denial, bro? Can I be in denial? That's all I'm be. Let me live in my own land, man. Let me have,
But my question to you,
what? But there's a button for that, D-Walk.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
My question to you: what part of the Moose you like? I like the knuckle.
But let's get to the Evolve part. Now in the back, you said that there's not that many people here. This is what I want to bring up. But when Ava was talking to everybody, there was Harlan Lewis, Keanu Carver, there was everybody, Sean Legacy, Eli Knight, Trill London. This could be a two-part front where you can get people from TNA to fight NXT, and you can get people from Evolve to fight NXT. Because you have a lot of people on both ends. So you can really have some fun with this. You can have Harlan Lewis show out in NXT and beat the crap out of somebody. Lexus King is sadly not really showing out right now. And he needs to either get out of this hole or just be in it forever and be the Sandow for the next year. Exactly. Like, you ain't going back to AEW, Lexus. Like, that ain't going to work for you, bro. So Japan, AAA, or some Germany promotion.
Or High School Gym.
No. He needs to find himself. It's not working for, like, the only time he was ever popular when he was doing the Oro Mensa thing.
Yeah.
It was
they need to let him go.
Segments. That was a year and a half ago.
Yeah, they need to let him go loose cannon, man. Like, they didn't want to be like his dad. Right now, he ain't going nowhere.
Exactly. But like I said, we're waiting for Krishan the Dawn, and Joe's going to come back in a second. But ladies and gentlemen, that was NXT time with D-Walk. Final rating of the show, Mr. D-Walk.
Say hello. Hold on, I'm adding up.
That's that Michigan math.
Give it a hit. I give it a C minus. That was a good one.
Shout out to Smick Papa Pump, who has his education from the University of Michigan.
First off, Jedi. Eso estaba cabrón. That's a little joke that slid right in there. Second, I give this show I give this show a C because this was complicated booking beyond anything I've ever seen in my life in a while. And if you want NXT to be great, this is the year that you can make stars by using Evolve, LFG, AAA, Japan. Actually use it. Why are you so scared to keep using the same people? By the way, Jada Parker, Lola Vice, Tatum Paxley, Thea Hale. I've been saying this lately. I'm going to say this now. They have been the 4 pillars of NXT. They have been there. They have been working their asses off. Why are you burying them in no nonsense storylines, giving them championship by accident? And I want to say this now because I was accused of being racist towards black women, especially Jada Parker and Lash Legend. Jada Parker, I want her to win. I want her to win a belt. I don't want her to use and rely solely on her ass. That's the only reason. She's a good wrestler. She's a great runner. But guess what, Jada? There's someone that's better than you. She's called the Callie Armstrong. So, and she's black too. And I love Callie Armstrong. And Joe and DWALK knows this. I have praised Callie Armstrong from the jump because she's a fucking powerhouse.
Talk about it.
Don't notice there's no colors in these words. And with Lash Legend, I will say this honestly. A year ago, she wasn't that great. She was sloppy. She was botchy. She was not really that getting better. And a year later, she now is on SmackDown and it's getting better. Getting better. Sometimes you got to throw people in the shark pool and see if they fucking survive.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter on color. That matters on the fact that she, as a wrestler, is getting better. Jedi, DWALK, Joe, everyone knows I fucking love women's wrestling. I love the fact that women will bust their asses and kill each other for a great show. One of my favorite shows, top 3 for me, Bayley versus Sasha Banks in Brooklyn. Nikki Cross versus Asuka, last woman standing match. That was a great fucking match. And freaking Blue Pants versus Alexa Bliss. Stupid fucking reason, but I love that match because Blue Pants actually had a win. Shout out to her. But for me, when someone calls me racist over black women, which I love, which by the way, my baby mama is black, my son is black, my sister's black, my brother's black.
Talk to him.
My second father was black. You use the race card to piss me off, and I don't like that. And I say this now as a human being. I love wrestling. Wrestling is a word. There is no race, gender, or color in that fucking word. I'm sorry, Jedi, for this. I don't want to surprise you.
No, you're good. Yeah. No.
I'm get my popcorn.
No. And you know what? By the way, shout out to Ed Influential Sports. That's the person that called me racist. Just
Maybe
because
we need it.
I'm not going to be a coward. No, Influential Sports. I'm tagging this and I'm putting this as a video. I don't like it when people call me fucking racist. If you got proof, show it to me. If you're just talking shit, you better damn sure make sure I'm not bored and I take my fucking time to bring up the facts. Because guess what? I got 41 episodes of Evolve saying otherwise about Callie Armstrongs. I got 30 episodes with DWALK talking otherwise about Jada Parker, Lash Legend, Kaylani Jordan. Documented. Stop talking shit if you have proof. If you have proof, bring it to me, please. Por favor. Si no, cágate en tu madre. Since Joe is gone and Chris, I guess, couldn't make it, we're going to end it right here, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank Jedi Sports Network for passing by. I want to thank you so much. Saturday,
thank you, bro.
We're going to talk about Becky Lynch and her masterful booking going around wrestling content creators and just shitting on them. It's wonderful. I love that. Fucking Becky Lynch is awesome. And other things. DWALK, tell them where they can find you.
Yo, you can find me on Dennis D. Walker. You can find me on Dennis Walker Facebook. You can find me on our P.U.W.F. on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter, DJ3000, Cash App. No, it's a joke. I was joking. I don't do that stuff. But what else? Instagram, The Fresh Prince 84. Snapchat, DWALK12. Hey, again, hey, shout out, thanks Sports Jedi for appreciate you being on tonight.
Of course, man.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys for having me, man. Thank you so much, man.
Of course, man.
Man,
And again,
anytime, man. You know your house is my house. Come on.
of course. Jedi Sports Networks, please tell them where they can find you. The wonderful channel, as always.
Appreciate you guys. Sports Jedi Network here on YouTube. You can find me at Sports Jedi Media. I had to change my whole Twitter account thanks to Denise Salcedo, her and her saltiness. And of course, everything Sports Jedi Network on our TikTok as well. Got a new TikTok. We had an interview that dropped today with TNA's Jody Threat. We had Mike Santana in a couple of weeks. We had Janai Kai. We saw her in Ring of Honor with Red Velvet, put on a banger of a match. We interviewed her on Monday. We had the first Salvadoreña on our channel.
Nice.
Alejandra La Leona, she joined us, and possibly, I'm waiting on the confirmation. I'll let it out here because you guys are cool, and I know you guys for many years. Friday, stay tuned. We might have the young in charge joining us, Leon Slater. So we're waiting to find out if we get him.
Oh shit!
That's 40. That's on a 40%. So it could get bumped because they go. If Sean Ross Sapp, we might not get him.
I want to say this now. I'm not a Fightful fan. They talk so much shit about Evolve, and then
it's copy and paste.
I know. I listened to the NXT thing. Oh, we don't know about Evolve. Then stop talking about Evolve. Well, we wouldn't want to stop talking about it. And fuck, you guys are fucking assholes. I respect Fightful Wrestling because they bring up a lot of shit, but when you don't know shit, shut the fuck up. But that's
I want to say this: keep grinding on the Evolve because there's not a lot of people are really grinding on that. They either want to go watch All Elite or they just don't frown. Usually that used to be my day off from all of this content creating. Wednesday completely. The audience wants a little All Elite. I was supposed to do All Elite. Not my cup of coffee. I want to get back into the Evolve because I have the opportunity to be at Evolve. So you might actually not even see me cover. You probably see me in the arena at Evolve. So yeah, they tape it on Fridays, which is great. So you might be seeing me there. Of course, I'm going to be. So you might be seeing me at the tapings for Evolve in the near future.
That'd be dope. That's dope.
If I see you in the tapings, please find the two. There's only two old ladies. Find the two old ladies and tell her the Ricky Smoke sucks sign is awesome. There was a match tonight.
Oh, that's Gracie.
There was a match tonight, and Ricky Smokes was like, they were right behind them, and she just kept putting the sign up the whole time. And it was fucking amazing.
She's got gray hair, put to the side, right? Gray hair to the side.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Grace. Yeah, shout out to Grace.
I love her, dude. She's awesome. But anyway, I want to say this. Thank you to Black Couch. Shout out to Black Couch Booking. Shout out to DRWC Show. We love you. We thank you for passing by. And I'm waiting for the Evolve. And by the way, like I said, take your time, Jedi. Watch the Wendy Chu versus Chantel Monroe match. Which, by the way, you gave me a like on that video on Instagram when I said, "Hey, Chantel Monroe and Wendy Chu, you should really boost it up. You should really freaking have it promote your freaking matches." Which is what, a Chinese girl and a black girl? Wow. But I'm racist.
No, God forbid.
But shout out to Rican Reactions. I'm at 4.3 thousand.
Let's go.
5,000 on the road to 10.
Let's go.
Yeah, I figured out the I figured out the algorithm. Just show a lot of crazy shit in Puerto Rico shit all the time. By the way, the latest video that's blowing up is a scooter that is escorting 4 horses on ropes. That actually, yeah. It's like, you know what? I don't have a truck, so I'm gonna just put a scooter and 4 ropes and 4 horses. We're going para Caserío. Either way, check me out, P.U.W.F Wrestling. Shout out to Joe BNCO. Shout out to Kane the Destroyer. Shout out to For Real Love, Terrell and CJ Wolfie. Shout out to Coach FCHW. Shout out to EOD Wrestling 33 Hub. Shout out to Krishan the Dawn for the Kayfabe Cartel and the Misfit Nation podcast. If they pop out of nowhere, I'll just make another P.W.F DWALK and they'll just go nuts. Stay healthy. Stay happy. If you talk crap about me, I'm going to talk crap about you. This is the last time I'm ever going to say your name. This is the last time I'm ever going to bring you up. This is the last time that you're ever going to be in my mind. After this, Coquito, cerveza, mujer, papá. Good night.
What he said.
Okay, the Jedi knows, but I get it.